We all say we want privacy. And let me show you what privacy in America looks like. Hey, Google. Okay, Google. Phone turns on. It activates. You say, Alexa. Turns on. Activates. Billions of people use TikTok, Facebook, YouTube every single day. You carry a microphone, a tracking device that is owned by a private company everywhere you go. And all that information is controlled by private organizations that are not bound and constrained by the Constitution of the United States of America.
Outside the blockchain, privacy is quickly becoming extinct. There is a raging war between the rights and freedoms of the masses, our elected leaders, and some self-appointed leaders of global affairs. And this raging war is as well as lost if current events are any indication. From governments enforcing baseless restrictions on citizens to self-appointed megalomaniac leaders of highly suspicious international organizations, there are clear indications that the human race is about to be completely dominated by the ultra-rich and powerful. In a recent broadcast, Cardano co-founder Charles Hoskinson once again sounds the alarm on what we risk every time we log into our favorite social media platforms or use any virtual assistant technologies from Siri to Google Assistant or Alexa. He explains that all of these platforms have proven time and time again that they have no scruples, nor are they bound by the Constitution of the United States. Your data is always up for sale to the highest bidders, and these buyers happen to be the same group of people looking to subjugate us all completely. In his broadcast, Hoskinson also discusses the importance of the blockchain in this era of traveler digital identity programs, carbon credit systems, highly controlled speech, and deplatforming. Before we bring you Charles Hoskinson's broadcast, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos. Also, ensure you drop your comments and observations in the comments section below to help spread this important message to others. Thanks and enjoy the video.
And what do? They sell that data. They give that data. They transfer it to others with or without your consent through creative legal structures. Yet, every year, the new iPhone comes out. Every year, the new Samsung Galaxy comes out. Every year, the new watch comes out. How many of you say, I'm not going to buy that on grounds of freedom? How many of you are like Richard Stallman with Free Software and the Free Software Foundation, saying, I will only use open source, truly open source? It's real hard to get in contact with that guy. You have to talk to him over email with a server he runs himself, with software he wrote himself. That's the problem with being a purist. We want to have our cake and eat it too. We want to tell people how bad things are, yet we cling to safety. We say, well, we want a little bit. And how do we know this? Half of America was willing to succumb to wearing masks, vaccine mandates, and passports for public safety. Trust the science, trust these things. And even when things weren't as rosy as they made them out to be, or the science wasn't as clear as they made it out to be, they say, well, it is what it is. We'll still do it. These are nuanced, complicated issues. And if you're going to be a martyr, you have to bask in the simplicity and purity of going all in. You can't go half in, because what you end up doing is you damage the very thing that you're fighting for. The privacy movement has a long road ahead because the technology has gotten too good. We're surrounded by microphones and cameras and a pervasiveness that would make George Orwell blush. And there's not a lot of regulation or control over these things to protect your privacy. One of the reasons why I'm so deeply embedded in the blockchain industry is because it's the only regulating function that can actually give you a guarantee that what's on the label is actually what's in the can. If you're promised something with a blockchain, you get at least a basic guarantee that that's probably true. There's nothing in life anymore like that. We can't trust our institutions anymore. We just can't. They've become morally bankrupt. We can't trust our leaders anymore. We can't trust the process upon which the leaders are accepted anymore. That's why our industry exists, in a nutshell. That's why we do what we do. It's why I work on things like midnight, because I say, what could actually give you some semblance of privacy back with some reasonable guardrails and boundaries so that you can actually live your life? But you have to do your part. If you truly believe in these things, nothing the NSA or the federal government has done will ever compare to the amount of information that Google knows about you or Facebook knows about you. Nothing, because it's their business. And they've hired hundreds of thousands of engineers, data scientists, researchers to wake up every single day. They've built the world's most sophisticated artificial intelligences to wake up every single day and understand just a little bit more about you, because they have a financial incentive to do so, and no one controls it. That's the dirty reality and truth of the world that we live in. It's getting so bad you don't even own anything anymore. There are BMWs being sold right now where you have to pay a subscription to have heated seats. And if you don't, they get turned off. When you buy content now, movies, songs, these types of things, you used to have physical media, physical discs. You don't have that anymore. Guess what? They're now basically part of a platform. And if you get deplatformed, you lose access to all of your subscriptions. Book is inconvenient. It's on Kindle. You wake up one day, the book is gone. This is why the motto, "You'll own nothing and be happy," is repeated gleefully again and again by the Weffites running around. Why? Because there's truth to it. People are walking towards a world where you can't even repair stuff. The right to repair? Look it up. You want to know why I don't like John Deere anymore? Well, it's very simple. It's really hard to repair this stuff. You can't just swap parts. It doesn't work anymore. Software prevents you from doing that. It's the world we're heading towards, a world where you control less and less. More and more decisions are made for you, not even by people, but by algorithms. It's an incestuous relationship between the private industry and the governments of the world. And in many cases, many of the smaller governments no longer even have the power to say no. They're told by a large global order what to do. That's the problem. And that's why the blockchain industry exists. It's why people are fighting hard every day, writing software every day, and deifying certain people who aren't martyrs, who benefit financially and haven't made huge sacrifices. It doesn't accomplish anything. It diminishes the movement. We don't have to have martyrs anymore because we are all living the consequences of this. We've all felt this. Whole world got shut down for 2 years and no one owes us an explanation for it. Every day, more and more freedoms are taken from us and no one owes an explanation for it. And we're told to sit down and shut up. And any person who tries to make it a little bit better is instantly villainized and burnt to the ground. That's where we're headed towards.
Even as tax-paying, law-abiding citizens of the free world, our basic rights are being eroded faster than many people can comprehend. In the same vein, we are being forced to settle for sinister systems that are supposedly good for us and no questions asked. Yet there's no end in sight. The elites are as united and focused on their goal as the masses are divided and oblivious to what is happening. What are your thoughts on Charles Hoskinson's broadcast about the New World Order? Please drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. You can also check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and the overall macro environment. Thanks for watching.